My beloved child, listen closely because what I am about to reveal carries the weight of heaven's justice and the sound of truth echoing across eternity. For so long, you have been attacked in silence, your name whispered in dark places, your blessings targeted by envy wrapped in disguise. A woman, clothed in false smiles, carried an evil plan against you. She thought her schemes would prosper, that her hidden moves would break your spirit, but what she failed to see is that the hand of God was already stretched over you. Her plan was not only exposed, it has backfired so horribly that now she lies in the very place she thought she could send you, the valley of pain, the ICU where her breath trembles, begging for mercy. Heaven is showing you this because divine justice is alive. Do not miss this moment. The same hands that tried to push you down are now reaching out in desperation, but they cannot touch you anymore. You have been shielded, covered, and lifted. What was designed to bury you has become the proof of your survival. My beloved, do not look back in fear, look forward in faith, because every curse spoken against you has been reversed, every tear you cried has been collected, and every loss you suffered has been turned into preparation for your rise. Stay with me till the end, for this story is not only about her downfall, it is about your restoration. What the enemy meant for evil, heaven has turned for your good. You will see in the coming days, doors opening without struggle, people coming to you with honor, and opportunities flooding in where once there was only rejection. This is your vindication. This is your proof that God fights for you. Remain in this moment, do not scroll away, because what unfolds next is the very shift your heart has been praying for. Sparkles, if you are still here, type Amen in the comments to seal this word. Share this with someone who needs to know that evil plans never succeed against God's chosen. And if you believe that your season of vindication has started, stay connected, because greater truths are about to be revealed in your life. My beloved child, lean in closer because this next part is even more important. That woman who once laughed behind your back, who pretended to stand with you while secretly plotting against you, is now the very one who cries in silence. She had built her schemes like a house of cards, layer after layer of lies, deception, manipulation, and she was confident that it would never fall. But the breath of God blew once, and everything she built collapsed in a single moment. Now she finds herself not in triumph but in torment, not in victory but in a hospital bed where her every heartbeat reminds her of the consequences of touching what belongs to God. Do you see how heaven works, my child? The tables have turned. The trap she set for you became the pit she fell into. The sickness she hoped would attach to your body has chained her own. The tears she wanted to see in your eyes are now streaming endlessly from hers. She lies in the ICU, whispering prayers she once mocked, begging the very God she never acknowledged, pleading for mercy when her pride can no longer save her. And all this is not for your destruction but for your confirmation, that the shield around you is real, that the angels assigned to you are active, and that God Himself has declared you untouchable. Beloved, let this sink deep in your heart, you are not just surviving, you are entering a season of divine exchange. Every betrayal will transform into elevation. Every loss will be repaid with double. Every shame will be turned into honor. Heaven is not only protecting you, but also promoting you in front of the same eyes that once doubted you. Your enemies will have no choice but to witness your rising, and they will confess that the hand of God is upon you. Stay with me, for I am not finished. The story is still unfolding. This is not the end of her exposure nor the fullness of your restoration. Something greater is moving, and if you keep your heart open, you will see blessings arrive in ways you never imagined. Do not scroll away, for the next part will reveal how her downfall unlocks your door of miracles. Sparkles, if you are still listening, type "I receive this" in the comments. Share this message so others may know that no evil plan can stand against the chosen one of God. Stay connected, because the next moment carries the secret of your breakthrough. My beloved child, listen carefully, because what I am about to reveal is not just a story, it is the unfolding of your destiny. That woman who once thought she could manipulate your life is now lying weak, her voice trembling, her eyes swollen from endless tears, her soul begging for a chance to escape the weight of her own choices. Every machine in that ICU room beeps with a rhythm that tells her the truth she denied: no one can fight against God's chosen and win. Her lips whisper the very words she once mocked: Lord, forgive me, spare me, I did not know. But it is too late to undo the seed she planted, and every moment of her pain is the proof that heaven has defended you. Do not take this lightly, my child, for her collapse is your confirmation. You asked heaven many times, why do they prosper while I suffer? Why do they rise while I fall? But now the curtain has been lifted. The one who sought to see your downfall is being publicly humbled, and you are being secretly lifted. God is turning your hidden tears into visible testimony. Soon, those who mocked you will have to say, surely this one is blessed. Surely this one is chosen. The season of delay has ended, and the hour of your vindication has begun. Beloved, you must understand, when God allows the plan of the enemy to backfire, it is not only to punish them but to prepare a table for you. You are stepping into a banquet of opportunities, blessings, and divine connections that no enemy can stop. The very energy once used against you is being redirected to push you higher. You will see unexpected phone calls, surprising letters, doors that were locked suddenly opening wide. And all of this will happen in the sight of those who once believed you would never rise. Stay right here, because I am not finished. The hand of God is still writing the rest of this chapter. What is happening in that ICU room is only the beginning of her exposure, but it is also the beginning of your restoration. Something greater is coming. Heaven is preparing a reward so extraordinary that your name will shine where once it was hidden. Sparkles, if you are still here, write, "My breakthrough is here," in the comments. Share this with someone who must know that no evil plan can outlast God's protection. Stay connected, because the next part will reveal how this woman's fall has unlocked a chain of miracles waiting for you. My beloved child, open your heart wider now, for the heavens are still speaking. The scene in that ICU is not only about her suffering, it is a mirror of how the spiritual world bends when God says, enough. Her body may lie on a bed surrounded by doctors and machines, but her spirit trembles under the weight of the very curses she spoke against you. Every plot she stitched in secret has returned to her like a shadow that refuses to leave. And as she whispers apologies into the sterile air, the angels of God are busy rewriting your story. Beloved, can you see it? The scales are shifting in your favor. For every insult you endured, a crown of honor is being placed on your head. For every closed door you cried before, a new door is now swinging wide. For every night you wept in silence, a morning of joy is rushing toward you with light so radiant that even your enemies will have to acknowledge it. This is why God allowed you to witness her fall, so you would know you were never forgotten, never abandoned, never unprotected. Do not miss this truth: you are not just surviving, you are being elevated. Heaven has already decided that your pain will birth purpose. The one who wished your name to be buried is now silenced, and your name is being carried into places you never imagined. Soon, you will be remembered not for what you lost but for what you overcame. The power of God's justice is alive in your story, and it is making room for blessings that will chase you without effort. Stay with me, my child, because this moment is sacred. The downfall of your enemy is only the first page of a much greater book. The next chapters will reveal how their collapse has unlocked financial restoration, emotional healing, and supernatural protection over you and your household. What you thought was the end of your story is actually the beginning of your breakthrough. Sparkles, if you believe this, type "Victory is mine" in the comments. Share this with someone who needs to know that evil always collapses, but the chosen always rise. Stay connected, because in the next part one will show you how this ICU moment is not just her judgment but the trigger for your next miracle. My beloved child, lean in even deeper, for this revelation is far from finished. That ICU room has become a courtroom of heaven. Every beeping machine, every hurried step of the nurses, every whispered word of regret from her trembling lips, it is all a testimony that no weapon formed against you can prosper. She thought her hands could twist your destiny, but those same hands now clutched the sheets in desperation. She thought her voice could scatter lies about you, but that same voice now cracks, calling for mercy she once denied to you. And heaven watches, not with cruelty, but with justice. Understand this, my child, her downfall is not your focus, your rise is. This backfire is a signpost pointing to your new season. For so long, your life felt delayed, your prayers unanswered, your dreams suspended in waiting. But can you feel it now? The air around you has shifted. The chains that held your progress are broken. The unseen barriers that kept you hidden are dissolving before your eyes. You are stepping into a flow of favor where people will call your name not to mock you, but to honor you. This is why heaven revealed her collapse, because you needed to see that God has been fighting silently for you. You were never alone in those nights you cried. Every tear was a seed, and now the harvest of joy is beginning. The same world that once laughed at your pain will soon watch you dance in restoration. The very table where they denied you a seat is now being prepared for your arrival, and no one can block you from sitting there. My beloved, let your heart rest in this truth: what was stolen will return multiplied. What was delayed will arrive suddenly. What was broken will be rebuilt stronger than before. You are not walking into small blessings, but into an overflow that will touch not only you but also your family, your house, and generations after you. Stay close, because this story is still opening like a scroll. The ICU was just the echo of her defeat, but the heavens are about to thunder with your victory. In the next revelation, I will show you how her collapse has triggered a release of miracles that were being withheld from you. Do not scroll away, for your breakthrough is already unfolding as these words reach your spirit. Sparkles, if you are still here, type "My season has started" in the comments. Share this so that others may know that the backfire of the enemy is the beginning of heaven's reward. Stay connected, because the next part will unveil the treasures that are already on their way to you. My beloved child, hear me now with all the focus of your heart, for what is being unveiled is not ordinary. The ICU where she lies is not just a room of sickness, it has become the stage where heaven shows its justice. Every wire attached to her body, every trembling breath she struggles to take, is the echo of her own plans bouncing back upon her. She thought she was untouchable, that her secret deals and whispered curses would remain hidden, but now her very body carries the weight of what she sent toward you. But listen carefully, this is not about celebrating her fall. This is about awakening you to your rise. Her collapse is the confirmation that the heavens have moved on your behalf. The chains that tied you in silence are now broken. The roadblocks that delayed you have been cleared. God has turned her schemes into the very soil where your blessings will grow. Do you see it, my child? The storm meant to drown you has watered your field of destiny. Beloved, do not underestimate what is happening. The exposure of her wickedness is the announcement of your breakthrough. The same voices that once gossiped against you will soon whisper in awe of your testimony. The same hands that tried to close doors against you will watch as new doors open with ease. You are being ushered into a season where favor will not be a trickle, it will be a flood. What was withheld is being released. What was locked is being unlocked. And it all begins with this divine turnaround. Take this deeply into your spirit: God is not only protecting you, He is preparing to showcase you. You will walk into places you once felt unworthy of, and they will call you chosen. You will receive news that once seemed impossible, and it will arrive suddenly. You will see reconciliation where there was distance, abundance where there was lack, honor where there was shame. This is the great exchange: your pain for joy, your losses for gain, your waiting for fulfillment. Stay with me, my beloved, because the scroll of your story is still opening. What has happened to her is a signal, but what is about to happen to you is the miracle. In the next revelation, I will show you how heaven is about to turn this backfire into an avalanche of blessings that will touch every corner of your life. Sparkles, if you are still listening, type "It is my time" in the comments. Share this word with someone who needs to know that justice is real, that God's protection never fails, and that blessings always follow the chosen. Stay connected, because the next part will reveal the very miracles now racing toward your door. My beloved child, let your spirit stay awake, for this moment is not just about what happened to her, it is about what is now being released into your life. The ICU is her cry of regret, but for you, it is the sound of a gate swinging wide open. Heaven has written it clearly, the curse has returned to its sender, and the blessing has returned to its rightful owner, you. Every tear you shed in silence has become the currency of your breakthrough, and every prayer you whispered when no one understood has been collected like jewels before the throne of God. Understand this, her plan was to suffocate your joy, to bind your progress, to close your future. But instead, she is the one gasping for breath while you are rising into the fresh air of freedom. She is the one trapped in machines while you are being loosed into miracles. She is begging for another chance while you are receiving a brand new chapter. What she meant to kill has given you life, and what she meant to bury has caused you to bloom. My beloved, do not look back with bitterness, for heaven is not calling you to revenge, it is calling you to reign. The justice of God has already been served. Your assignment is to step boldly into the promises now unfolding before you. Soon, news will reach your ears that will shock even you, financial release that was long delayed suddenly flowing, relationships that were broken suddenly mending, doors that were locked suddenly swinging wide. The very ground you thought was dry will overflow with streams of abundance. This is not only about you, but about your household. Every hidden plot against your family line is being dismantled. The same angels that shielded you from harm are now encamping around your loved ones. Where there was sickness, there will be health. Where there was struggle, there will be ease. Where there was despair, there will be laughter. The light of heaven is not just visiting, it is settling permanently over your home. Stay with me, for the story is not yet finished. The woman's downfall is only the beginning of a chain reaction. The next wave of this revelation will show you how God is about to use this very backfire to introduce you to people, places, and opportunities that will transform the rest of your journey. Do not scroll away, for the greatest part is yet to come. Sparkles, if you believe this word, type "blessings are mine" in the comments. Share this with someone who needs proof that evil cannot stand against the chosen. Stay connected, because the next part will reveal the specific miracles that are already on their way to your life. My beloved child, the heavens are not done speaking to you yet. What you are witnessing now is the power of reversal, the great turnaround that no human hand can stop. That ICU is echoing with the sound of regret, but your life is about to echo with the sound of breakthrough. The very woman who once celebrated in secret when you cried in silence is now tasting the bitterness of her own design. And while she begs for another chance, you are stepping into the very season she tried to block from you. Beloved, understand this deeply, when heaven allows an enemy's plan to collapse, it is because heaven is preparing to release something extraordinary into your life. The weight that pressed on your shoulders is lifting. The spiritual knots that tangled your progress are loosening. The heavy doors that once refused to move are swinging open with ease. You will not just walk, you will run into opportunities that seemed impossible only weeks ago. The same path that felt like a desert will now bloom with streams of favor. But hear me carefully, this is bigger than money, bigger than position, bigger than recognition. This is about restoration of your soul. Every word spoken against you that wounded your heart is being erased. Every betrayal that broke your trust is being healed. Every silent night where you felt forgotten is being rewritten with the voice of God saying, "My child, I was with you all along." The ICU may be her place of reckoning, but your room, your house, your very atmosphere is becoming a sanctuary filled with peace. Look closely, my child, for the signs will start small but carry great meaning. A message you didn't expect, a helping hand from someone you never thought would stand with you, a sudden release of what was owed to you, all these are tokens of the greater miracles still unfolding. What you thought you lost forever is on its way back, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You will not chase blessings, blessings will chase you. Stay near, because this revelation is still alive. The downfall of your enemy has unlocked the treasure chest of your destiny. And in the next unveiling, I will show you how this season of backfire will not only bless you but will also protect your generations to come. This is not just about today, it is about your future. Sparkles, if this word touches your spirit, type, "My future is secured," in the comments. Share this message so others may see that God always turns the plans of the wicked into stepping stones for His chosen. Stay connected, for the next part will show you how your family line itself is being covered by this divine reversal.